Good evening. If you're new to Midnight Main Street, welcome. If you've been here before, you already know the rule. Keep your porch light on, because on some streets in America, turning it off isn't just a mistake, it's an invitation. I grew up in a town so small it didn't even have a traffic light. Just one long stretch of road we all called Main Street. There was a diner, a hardware store, a post office that closed at noon, and houses. Dozens of quiet, wood-framed houses with deep porches and white columns where everyone left their porch lights on all night. Nobody ever explained why. It wasn't about crime. We didn't lock our doors half the time. It was just a rule. You don't turn your porch light off after dark. My dad told me that the night we moved in. If the bulb burns out, he said, dead serious, you wake me up. I don't care what time it is. I laughed. I was 12. I thought he was joking. He wasn't. The first time I noticed something was wrong, I was 16. It was October, cold enough to see your breath. I woke up around 2:13 a.m. to the sound of knocking. Not on the front door, on my bedroom window. My room faced the street. Slow, even, knocking. 3 taps. Pause. 3 taps. I froze in bed. We didn't have trees close enough to hit the glass. No loose shutters, no branches. Just open yard between my window and the sidewalk. Another 3 knocks. I forced myself to sit up, and that's when I noticed something else. The porch light was off. The entire front of the house was dark. I felt this wave of cold crawl up my back. My dad never let that bulb burn out, ever. Another 3 knocks. I slid out of bed and moved toward the window. I don't know why. Instinct, maybe? Or stupidity. The curtain was thin enough that I could see shapes through it. And there was definitely a shape, standing on the lawn. Not on the sidewalk, not on the porch. Halfway between the street and my window. Too tall, too still. Another 3 knocks, but this time, the sound didn't come from the glass. It came from inside my room, right behind me. 3 taps. Pause. 3 taps. I spun around. Nothing. My door was closed, my room empty. When I turned back to the window, the shape was closer, right up near the porch now. And I realized something that made my stomach drop. It wasn't knocking on my window. It was mimicking the sound, learning it, testing it. 3 taps from the glass. Then, half a second later, 3 taps from my closet door, perfectly matched, like an echo that didn't belong. I backed away slowly. That's when my dad burst into my room and flipped on the light. The porch light outside flickered back to life at the same time. The lawn was empty. No shape, no movement. Just cold grass glowing under that yellow bulb. My dad didn't ask if I was okay. He just looked at me and said, "You heard it, didn't you?" I nodded. He swallowed hard. "Don't answer it," he said. "Whatever it sounds like, don't answer it." The next morning, I asked him what that thing was. He didn't want to tell me, but eventually he did. Back in the 70s, before I was born, a family on Main Street lost their power during a storm. Whole street went dark, except their house. Their porch light had burned out earlier that day. They hadn't replaced it yet. Around midnight, neighbors heard knocking from different houses, front doors, windows. 3 taps. Pause. 3 taps. Nobody answered. Because nobody on Main Street answers doors after midnight, except that one house. The father thought it was a neighbor needing help. He opened the door. The next morning, the house was empty. Not messy, not broken into, just empty. Cars still in the driveway, dinner still on the stove. But the family was gone, and the porch light bulb was shattered on the ground. From that night forward, every house kept their porch lights on, every night, no exceptions. Because whatever walks down Main Street after midnight doesn't approach houses that are lit. It only knocks on the dark ones. After that night, I started noticing things. Sometimes, around 2 a.m., you could see it at the far end of the street, a silhouette moving slowly under the street lamps, stopping at houses where the light flickered, standing there, waiting, like it was hoping, testing. One night, Mrs. Collins's bulb burned out. You could see her porch go dark from 3 houses away. Within minutes, every other house on the street lit up brighter. People stepping onto porches, watching. Nobody called her. Nobody ran over. You don't leave your house after midnight. You just watch. The silhouette appeared at the end of the street, tall, wrong. Its arms hung too long. It didn't walk. It sort of leaned forward, and then it was closer, like frames missing from reality. It reached her yard in seconds, and then her porch light snapped back on. Mrs. Collins had replaced the bulb. The thing stopped, stood there for a moment, then slowly turned its head toward us. Every house watching from behind curtains, and I swear to you, even from that distance, I could see it smiling. Then it leaned again, and it was gone. I left Main Street when I was 18, moved to the city. Apartment life, street noise, neon signs, no porch light to worry about. I didn't think about the rule for years, until last week, when I went back home. My dad passed recently. Heart attack. I had to clear out the house. Main Street looked smaller than I remembered, quieter. Half the houses were empty now, porch lights still glowing, even in daylight. I stayed late packing boxes. Didn't realize how late until the house felt different, still, heavy. I checked my phone, 2:12 a.m., and that's when I noticed it. The living room was dark. I'd turned off the porch light without thinking. City habits. I felt my blood go cold. And then 3 taps on the front door. Slow, even. 3 taps. Pause. 3 taps. I couldn't breathe. It was back, and I was in the only dark house on Main Street. Another 3 taps, closer this time, lower, like it was leaning down to the mail slot. And then 3 taps from the hallway behind me, perfectly matched. I remembered what my dad said. Don't answer it. Whatever it sounds like, don't answer it. The front doorknob began to rattle gently. Not violently, just testing, like it expected me to open it. Then something new happened. A voice. My father's voice. Soft, calm. "Hey, kiddo, it's me. Porch lights out. Let me in." My knees almost gave out. It sounded exactly like him. Every detail, every inflection. 3 taps from the door. 3 taps from directly behind my ear. I ran, straight for the front of the house, not the door, the breaker panel. I flipped every switch I could. Lights exploded on inside and out. The porch light flared bright enough to hurt my eyes. The knocking stopped instantly. Silence flooded the house. I waited. 5 minutes. 10. Nothing. When I finally looked outside, it was standing at the edge of the yard, under the street lamp, watching. Its head tilted too far to one side, smiling that same stretched smile. Then it leaned forward and was gone. I replaced the porch bulb the next morning, and I haven't turned it off since. The house is empty now. I don't live there. But every month I pay the electric bill because some rules don't expire. And if you ever find yourself driving through a small American town late at night and you see one house on Main Street with its porch light off, don't knock. And whatever you do, don't answer if something knocks back. This is Midnight Main Street. Keep your porch lights on. I'll see you after dark.